welcome to Destin Hot Yoga. My name's Melissa, and I'm here to walk us through Dandasana, otherwise known as four-limbed staff pose, which maybe at first glance doesn't seem like a whole lot is going on in the body, but in fact, it does recruit a lot of our postural muscles and a lot of our deep internal stabilizer muscles that help to keep our spine and our pelvis really healthy and supported. So it's a great posture to work with to improve all of those muscles. So one of the most common things that I see in this posture are people who already have really tight hamstrings have a hard time approaching this posture. And that's because our hamstrings are attached to our ischial tuberosities, or our sits bones. And so when you combine really tight hamstrings with a forward fold, which is essentially what we'll be doing, because I'm at deep flexion in my hips, that has a tendency to kind of pull the pelvis posteriorly and round the low back. And so one of the things that we want to look for when we come into this posture is that the natural curves of our spine are still present. So think the back of your head is in line with the back of your shoulder blades, your thoracic spine, and then also your sacrum or coccyx. So you want to have the curves in your cervical spine and in your low back. And so again, if you've got really tight hamstrings, that's going to take away that curve in your low back, cause the posterior tilt, which we don't want. So in that case, you would want to grab a blanket and just lift your hips up. And that's going to free up your spine so that you can approach this from a slight anterior tilt so that you can keep your lumbar curve intact, which again is a really, really, really important element of this posture to prevent any pulling or any low back pain down the road. So I'm gonna just go for it here. I've got pretty flexible hamstrings, so I'm gonna attempt to come into this posture without the blanket. And I'm just gonna start by finding my foundation, so my ischial tuberosities are my sits bones. And then I'm gonna lift up and out of my pelvic girdle from that place. So again, looking for the natural curves in my spine. At this point, I'm gonna bring some engagement to my legs. I'm gonna flex my feet, reaching back equally through the inner and outer sides of my feet so that I don't invert or evert in my feet. For instance, the big toe mound and the little toe mound are reaching back at the same level here. I'm gonna spiral my inner thighs down towards the floor, my femur bones. And then again, I'm lifting up and out. Depending on how long your arms are here, you might bring them to your side body and then use your arms as leverage to just lengthen up a little taller. So notice the length across my neck here. I'll turn around and face as well. So again, when we're in this posture and we're keeping that alignment, there really is a lot going on. So my belly's drawn in and up again to keep that integrity in my low back and my midsection. So that's it. Oh, and if your hands are super long, you might even walk them back here. Another option is to slightly bend your knees or to sit on a blanket. Again, if for whatever reason, tight hamstrings or lack of flexibility in your hip flexors is causing you to tilt posteriorly. So keep your body safe and enjoy Dandasana. Thanks so much.